Hi, my name is Jay Sines with the Boise Virtual Reality Project. Today, I'm going to show you how we can build a quick 3D world using Unreal Engine 4. Unreal Engine 4 is a video game development platform that recently became free to use. This means that students, educators, and researchers can now take advantage of some of the advanced features like physics and real-time lighting to build entire worlds that you can move around in and test things in. It's a pretty robust piece of software. We're not doing a tutorial today. I'm just going to build something real quick and kind of give you a feel for what the application can do. All right, let's jump right in. So first things first, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to jump over to my toolbar here on the left, and I'm going to select landscape. There we go. And I'm going to make a pretty small landscape. Let's say 7 by 7. That looks good. And I've already got grass set to it, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit create. Great. There we go. This is our land here. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this sculpting brush. I'm going to move it down in size, and I'm just going to sculpt right here. Perfect. Give it some variation. Good. All right. That looks good. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to put a lake. So I'm going to grab a cube. I'm going to drop it right in. Expand it. I'm just going to resize it to where it will fit the area that we're going to be putting our lake in. Perfect. Now let's go move that down. Okay, that looks good. I think maybe a little bit higher up. All right, that works. So now we have this box filling up this entire area. Actually, yeah, that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is take a material, and I already have one created here. It's actually one that Unreal Engine provides for you. You can download it, and it's just called, I don't want ocean water, I actually want lake water. Go to materials, there we go, and drop that in. Perfect. So now we've got our lake there. Let's take, where is our character? So this right here denotes where the player will start when the scene begins. I'm going to move this over, and just going to get this into a position right there. Perfect. And I'm going to turn it so the player will start by looking at the water. That's good. All right. So next, I'm going to put a fire right over here. I'm going to grab my particle system, and that again is another asset that was created by Unreal. So just going to drop that in. There we have our fire. Now that fire should be burning something, so we're going to grab a piece of wood here. Great, and we're just going to drop that in, and we're going to resize this, make it a little smaller. Perfect, and I'm actually going to copy that and turn it, just so we have more than one piece of wood that's burning there. Looks good. Then we need to add sound, because obviously if you were to be near a fire, you would hear the sound of the fire, so let's grab that as well. Okay, looks good. All right, at this moment, let's click play. I'm gonna move away from the fire as we approach it. There we go. You also notice the water here has all the lighting effects and everything associated with it. They're ready to go. Okay, so next, let's put some trees around here. I'm actually going to do one thing before we do that, which is to make this a little bit smaller. And then bring that, there we go. Perfect. All right. You know, I want to do something real quick. I want to grab some rocks. Let's grab some rocks before we start adding trees. And that looks good. I'm just going to grab this right here and resize it. Looks good. I'm going to turn it this way. Looks good. And then I'm going to move it over. Let's go, where do I want it? let's move over this way. That looks good right there. All right, let's go ahead and make a copy of that. And we're going to turn it. Move it down into the water a little bit. Move it back. That looks good. Just going to connect these two. All right, that'll work for our purposes. Now let's go ahead and add a little bit of foliage. So we're going to go to our foliage tool. And I kind of want to do a combination of things here. Let's do a couple of trees. Let's see here. And let's do a couple of different types of trees. And then let's throw in some grass here. Actually, we'll do that second. So let's throw in some trees. All right, perfect. Now let's add some grass and some flowers. Okay, we've got that selected. Whoops. Let's undo that. Make the brush much smaller, and we're just going to do a small area here. Let's just do around where our fire is. Perfect. And then I want to add in, I'm a big fan of ferns. So let's grab a couple of ferns. They're my favorites. Grab some of those. We're just going to take some and we're going to put them right onto there. That's overkill, but it'll work. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is let's add something interesting over here. So I'm going to grab these cliffs and drop that in. And let's turn this around here. There we go. Let's resize that. Drop it into the water. Move it back a bit. That looks good. Let's zoom out of that for a second. Okay. Let's go ahead and copy that. Alt. Move it over a bit. All right, that'll work. And you know, to hide that border over there, we're just going to throw in some trees. Now keep in mind, you would spend a lot of time really thinking through every aspect of this if you were creating a game. This is just for demonstration and for fun. So we're going a little overboard, but that's okay. All right, there we go. Let's click play. And let's move over this way. Let's get away from the fire for a second. You know, we need some sound of just life. Something needs to be there. So let's go back into our audio. And let's see if there's any kind of background that we can use. Let's try this. I'm gonna lower the volume just in case it's something I don't like. Don't know yet. Let's find out. Click play. All right, there we go. All right, so now we have our world. I'm going to go ahead and render this out. All right, everyone, I've gone ahead and rendered out the scene, and here we are. Let's go ahead and walk towards the water over here. And we only spent about 10 minutes making this. It's definitely not set up the way I would set it up if I was making something for real. Um, but I think you get the idea. You can jump into Unreal Engine, you can follow along with tutorials, and you can really make something very fast. It can be exported for virtual reality or for any other purpose. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this is just a brief overview. I wanted to show you what was possible. I've only been using this software for about 8 to 9 hours total, and I am not a programmer. I'm not a developer. I'm mostly known as a photographer, and there is no experience going into learning this, so anybody can learn this. All right, have a great day, and thank you.